Hey Dominoes, what's up? It's Dominique here, and today I'm talking about how you can get a business loan in less than a week. Yes, this is possible, happens all the time, every week. You can get between 10,000 up to 5 million or more when you find the right lender. And yeah, today I'm going to go over all of the different types of financing, where you can go to get the money, what you need to qualify, the options that are available to you, and I'm going to touch on a few bonuses as well. I'm Dominique. I've been in the alternative finance space since 2019. And since then, I've built DFX, a financial literacy and lending marketplace that helps founders establish a credible foundation and then matches those founders to funders, even if you've been denied by traditional banks. I say this all the time that entrepreneurship truly changed my life, guys. It's exactly why I created this channel right here on YouTube, The Domino Effect, to be able to provide you with all kinds of free tools, tips, resources, and tactics to help you get the funding that you need to grow your business. Because in all of my years of being able to underwrite and all of the businesses that I've spoken with, and I've been able to work with businesses that are newly startups all the way to established businesses that are generating multi-million dollars. Okay. So I want to help you guys really get to the next point where you can level up. So how do you need to do that? Well, we go over what are those things that you need to qualify, what type of credit that you can get that's available to you. If the bank says no, that is not the end all be all. There are so many other resources available to you. Alternative lending is such a game changer. I love it. I love this space, and I can't wait to continue to give you guys more free courses and training. So do me a favor before we get into it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and share this video, because if you find this training helpful, then, and also if you know other businesses in your network, then this is how we continue to grow. This is how we promote more owners, create more owners within our communities, and how we level that bridge, that financing bridge for all of our diverse entrepreneurs, especially women and veterans out there. Okay, guys, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. So a lot of people aren't familiar with alternative lenders. Many people just go into their banks, right? This is the traditional way of being able to get funded. But alternative lenders are essentially like fintech companies. That's what DFX is, essentially. Big tech companies that provide are linked to private capital like hedge funds, non-depository banks, private investors that work strictly with small businesses. They love working with small businesses, okay, guys? So don't be discouraged when you're out here, okay? They give money with lower requirements. They're more flexible. They are a bit more understanding of your hardship, of the risk, as opposed to a traditional lender. So when you go to the bank or when you go to the credit union or when you go to the SBA and they tell you no, it's okay, you guys, all right? Because that is where alternative finance and these fintech companies have been able to step in. Private capital has been able to step in and be such a resource for you guys out there. And a bonus, you guys can always establish business credit when you're first getting started and when the bank says no. There's opportunity out here for you, you guys. You just need to know what to do to qualify. And that's what we're hopping into next. You need cash flow, you need credit, and you need collateral. This is typically the things that a lot of businesses are lacking when they're first starting. You have to be strong in one of these areas. This is one of the biggest reasons that I see a lot of businesses with getting denied. Now, a lot of people don't know that there's many different types of lenders that you can use, right? Because you're just going into the one place that you know. But there's so many out there that can lend you 10,000 up to 5 million or more. And we have a bunch of them in our marketplace. We have over 80 lenders in our marketplace that provide capital for diverse businesses. But we're not just bringing anybody to you guys. That's the beauty of working with our platform and working with our advisors in a company like ours. We have vetted all of our companies. We have experience. We know exactly what we're doing. And we know what all of their requirements are, because every lender has different requirements, okay? And it can be tough to keep up with all of them, especially when you're keeping up with the day-to-day operations of your own company, right, guys? Now, here's a bonus. Depending on the lender, it can be your time in business could be only 3 months of requirement, or it could be 2 years, right? SBA is typically wanting you to be in business longer, but there are alternative finance companies that are willing to accept you if you have 3 to 6 months in business. But I have to be real with you guys, and that's why you're here, right? That's why you come to this channel, because you know I like to give it to you straight. So here's real talk. If you have no cash flow, you have no credit or challenge credit, right? Only you know, right? You know if you're not paying your bills, or maybe if you're not paying your child support. You know what the hell's going on with your account, right? You don't have any business credit, maybe you don't have any collateral. This is probably maybe you're in the idea phase, okay? Whatever the situation is, maybe you don't have cash flow right now. Maybe this is a business that you started, you took a break, and now you're reviving it, okay? The lender, that's your perspective, okay? Now we're going to take it on the other side and look at it from the lender perspective. They want to make sure if they're going to be able to lend you, that if they're going to lend you money, that you're going to be able to pay it back. Simple, right? You would want the same thing. If someone's coming to you and they're asking you for money, especially if you don't know them, you want to be reassured that you're going to be able to, recoup your investment, right? So be realistic here, guys. A lot of y'all, all right, and no offense here, but a lot of y'all are a little delusional coming up talking about you need 100 grand when you don't have a business plan, you don't have a brick and mortar, there's no real estate, you have like a 500 credit score, there's no cash flow. You just think, hey, I'm owed this, right? Now that's not realistic, guys. And and it doesn't help you. It really just is a roadblock, and all it does is set you back. So be realistic, be self-aware of where you currently stand. When I first started my company, I had really bad credit. Don't be ashamed. It's okay, because what are you doing? You're taking a risk here. You're building a business. And for a lot of people, you don't know what you don't know. And many of us, especially women, especially veterans, who, when we can't get access to funding, what do? Well, we use our personal resources. We're using our personal credit. We're using our, personal savings. We're doing things backwards. We're not having it set up. We're taking out a bunch of MCA. So don't worry, just be aware that it helps to be realistic. Now, obviously, the better your credit score, the better your options, the better terms that you'll have as well. But you can get access to financing even with a low credit score. So don't let that hold you back. Don't let any of these things hold you back and think like, oh, well, you know what? I have to wait till later until I get this fixed or I get this worked out. Yes, you need to be working to get that fixed, but you should also be thinking, what can I be doing in the meantime? Now, there are a lot of options out there for companies, including MCAs. And what I find is a lot of companies tend to take on the MCAs when they first come into the alternative finance space. Why is that? Because they're going online and they're applying randomly with who you think, right? There's an application, you fill it out, you submit your bank statements, and then it spits out if you've been approved or not, right? So that's typically how an MCA will work. But what we do is a little bit different here at DFX. We look at MCAs as a last resort. We're looking at them as a bridge, a tool to get to better financing. Okay. We don't want you to get into that death trap, the MCA death trap, also called the debt spiral. All right, you guys. And we've had a lot of companies that we've had to help with that debt spiral. But and here's a bonus, guys. If you're in the process of applying for a loan and you are working to consolidate some of the MCAs that you have, don't go out and apply while you're in the middle of underwriting, because it will pop up. It will pop up. You're going through due diligence, you're going through a background check, your company is being checked. So if you go and you take out a loan, then that will pop up and it will defeat the whole purpose, because it will get denied. So that's just a tip there, guys. Because a lot of people, what do? They tend to stack up. All right. They're stacking up these MCAs. They're taking, 15 grand here, 50 grand here. And then all of a sudden you got a bunch of these weekly payments. Okay. You're in that debt spiral. So that's what we do differently here at DFX. We're looking at those really as a last resort. Now, we have companies that do take these on and have flipped these and have made these work like triple. So it really just depends your unique situation and where you're at. The lenders on our platform have funded billions of dollars. Okay. So we are on a mission to continue that, to continue to create impact. So if you're a woman-owned business, if you're a veteran-owned, if you're a diverse company, then go ahead and click the link in the description and make sure that you are reaching out. Or you can text 888-488-4145 and one of our advisors will reach out to you, because there is a way, there is capital out here for you. Now, you guys are going to need money for your business. I know a lot of people have this mindset, oh, I got this, I could do it on my own, I did this. Okay, you could do that, but it's going to take a lot longer and it's going to be a lot more stressful, right? So you need money for your business. We all know that, especially as you grow. You need money for marketing, for campaigning, for equipment. You need it for lights. You need it for inventory. You need it for discounted so you can get bulk inventory. You may need it for supplies, whatever the case may be. What are you going to need to do that? Well, you need business credit. You need business term loans. You need lines of credit. You need equipment financing, possibly. If you're driving, you need vehicle financing. Otherwise, you're going to be putting all of that on your personal cards. So this is funding that you can use for your business. You can use it for anything within your business. You can use this for renovation. You can also establish up to 14 trade lines on your business credit and then get vehicle financing strictly under your EIN. There is strategy to this so that you can create leverage for yourself, even when the bank has told you no. Well, then what do you do with this? Why is this so important? Well, then you get the funding, right? And then you put it to work. You put it to work, you get that money, and you reinvest it in something that's going to be income producing. So you reinvest it back into your business. You reinvest it into your real estate. You reinvest it into your inventory that you're going to triple and sell, right? Like you reinvest it into your business operation so that you can grow, guys. So what do you need to get started? Well, you need a registered business entity first before you do anything, period, point blank. You need to be registered. You need to be registered as an LLC or a corporation. A lot of you are sole props. You can be a sole prop if you want. Just know that you want to eventually be headed towards the way of LLC and corporation. You need cash flow, you need credit, you need collateral, but if you could also establish business credit if you're lacking any of these things. Now, if you have credit, if you have a 680 credit score or above and all of your payments are current, right? Your utilization is on point, minimal inquiries, then you can qualify for something called the business credit hybrid. This is an excellent program, really, really popular for people that have this credit score, this requirement. You don't have to show any documentation for this. You can get up to $150,000 in financing or more, 0% interest credit cards for 6 to 18 months. So it's a really, really, really good program. So if you're one of those companies that's not yet making deposits, right? You don't have cash flow, and that's what a lender is going to look at, guys. They're going to look at your bank statements and they want to see, do you have deposits going in? Do you have are you hitting the requirement that they have? And a lot of lenders are asking for a $10,000 minimum requirement. Now, if you have something called NSFs, which are called all non-sufficient funds, this can hurt you, okay? Even if you do meet that revenue requirement. Now, there are instances in our platform where we're able to work around this, but this is typically for companies that are already generating, 250,000, 300,000 or more, okay? So when you're right there just starting and you've got and within 6 months time in business, then you're probably going to get disqualified for that. So don't be discouraged, because then you can start to look at building up your business credit to offset some of your business expenses while you're working to fix some of these issues. Now, if you're weak in some of the other areas, right? Now, let's say you have the credit and you can qualify for the business credit financing because you have that credit score, but let's say you don't have the collateral, or you don't have any business, you don't have the business yet. You can start there, okay? That's started funding. Now, let's say you have collateral, right? You have a food truck, you're already in operation, right? You can use that, okay? You can use the food truck as collateral and get a loan based off of that. If you have a 401k, you can leverage that. If you have real estate, you can leverage that as well. If you're going to be applying for SBA financing, typically they're going to ask for some type of collateral. A lot of people end up putting their home up for collateral on SBA financing. So know where your strengths are before you apply. And you might be like, how can I get this money? Okay, Dominique, I have that credit. What are you talking about? Well, these are the lenders that will fund you even if you have that credit. So if you're looking at something like equipment, you don't need the best credit score, okay? You send in the invoice of the equipment that you're looking at, and we can go based off of that. But you do need to be incorporated as a business if you're going to be looking at something like that, unless you're looking at the business line hybrid, where you're only going to be doing that based off of your credit score. All right, you guys. Now, where do you want to be headed? You want to be headed towards something like a line of credit, okay? Now, you can get this type of funding pretty quickly. You can get this type of funding within a week. If you have all of your documentation lined up, if you're ready to go, then we've seen this funded in a week or less. If you don't have too many NSFs, you don't have too many defaults, you're current, then you're good to go. All right, so I'm going to tell you how to apply. First, you go online. You can go to our website, dominoeffectsgroup.com. You can go to the Get Started option and put in your information. An advisor will reach out to you within 24 hours and then engage in getting to know more about your company, your business, where you're headed, and what is the biggest issue that you're needing to solve. After that, if there's going to be a good fit, it will go into underwriting, and typically they'll do a soft pull. This is great because there's no hard increase, and it gives you the options of what you qualify for before having any impact on your scores or anything like that. So you'll meet with your advisors, you'll go through your business, you'll go answer some questions about that and discuss your needs and where you're headed for, and then review all of the options that are available to you. If you decide that you want to take an offer at that point, then there will be a hard inquiry. If there's additional documents that are needed, we'll tackle that if needed. But depending on the amount, if it's under 150,000 and you just need to submit bank statements, then guys, go for that. And if you're looking for revenue-based funding and you're coming in with the thought of, oh, I need 100 grand, but realistically, you're probably only able to qualify for about 10, take it. Start there. So many amazing companies that are now billion-dollar companies, like Huda Katan. She's like a makeup entrepreneur, makeup founder. I hope I didn't murder her name, but Huda Katan. She started with initial investment of like $6,000. Her company is worth $1 billion now. So you guys, and there's so many other stories I could tell you like that. But take what you can get right now if you can put it to good use. If you don't know how you're going to allocate the funds, maybe hold off a second, take a step back. That way you're not falling into this trap, right? You want to make sure that the money is being put to good use so that you can pay it back and then increase your lending amount. You can increase your line amount, right? You can go from 10,000 to 20,000 to 50,000 to 60,000. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. We had a client, her initial approval was like 5K. She's up to close to 1 million, right? But she's grown the company a lot exponentially. So guys, if you need help with this, then invest in a one-on-one and we can walk you through it. Go to plan.dominoeffectsgroup.com. Invest in that. Your time is valuable. Your time is precious. You can also do this yourself. You can download your free guide and at the link in the description below. And you can always come here, subscribe to this channel, and watch our free trainings, our free courses, and free videos, because I am here to educate and inform you and help you get funded. And that is why alternative finance is literally such a game changer, guys. We're helping businesses all across the US every single day. All right. And we want to help you. So we've already been able to help. I've already been able to help businesses secure 5 million in funding. Our partners are already in the billions. We want to continue to create impact. At some point, I can't do this for you. We can't do it for you. You have to value this. You have to value your business. You have to value your financial freedom. Do you value your freedom, right? Value buying back your time. Value that time with your kids. Value being present, okay? Value, do you want to retire your spouse? Do you want to take your kid, spend more time with them? What do you want to do? Do you want to be able to travel? Do you want to get out of debt? Do you have college debt? Okay, so stop wasting time. Stop saying I'm going to do it next time. I hear so many people say, yeah, I'll get it done, whatever. You already went out and started this, okay? You already went out and started it. So now, before you do anything else, take the time and think about, is this something that I really want to do? Is this something that I really want to do? Am I committed to it? Because I promise you, if you stay committed to it and you stay consistent, you will see results. You'll see results internally. You'll see results externally. You'll see massive results, you guys, because you'll have learned, you'll have grown, you'll have, continued to expand on your skills and learn new skills through our network. You can quit your job. Many people have quit their job and changed their zip codes. So, and gone from employee to entrepreneurs. So, you can do it. Many people have done it, and why not you, right? Why not you? So that's it, guys. That's it for today. If you do all these things, then you're on your way to establishing building a credible foundation, you know what you need to do, okay? You need to do one of two things, which is scheduling your one-on-one free funding planning session with myself or with my team so we can help you see what you qualify for right now. If you are a woman-owned business, if you are a veteran-owned business, then you need to be contacting me today. If you work with women-owned businesses, if you work with veteran-owned businesses, then we need to talk today because there is a lot of opportunity that we can help our clients now, right, you guys? Now, next thing you want to do is download that free guide, your free step-by-step guide to building your business credit. And you can also join our club to access all of our monthly master classes, our mini courses on how to set up your fundability. Guys, I'm teaching you everything that you need to know, all of the important aspects to setting up your business, to saving you time so you can avoid all of the mistakes that I made. Don't get discouraged by what they're telling you on the news when there's no much capital out there. There's a ton. All right, there's a ton of money out there. We have it over here on our platform. We just need to make sure that you are hitting all of the points that the lenders need for you to qualify. All right, you guys, that's it for today. You know what to do. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that share if you found today's training helpful. I'm Dominique. Please subscribe so that I can continue to make more free courses and trainings just like this one. See you next time.